Hey everyone, it's Monday, it's the start of a new vlog, and classic me, I woke up today, I made myself sad, and I stayed in bed until like noon. That's a lie. I stayed in bed until like 11:30 and then I got up and I forced myself to take a shower hoping that it would make me feel better. It did kind of, but not really. I am having a particularly bad bout of eczema on my hand. To the point where I have cried about it like every day last week. I did almost cry about it today. I feel myself almost getting ready to cry about it. It's made it impossible. I know I keep saying this. It's making it impossible for me to do the things that I want to do with it because it hurts so bad. Because it's on my palm. I think you can probably see just how red and raw my hand is. And I have particularly been enjoying my process in writing where I'm writing by hand and then transposing it to the computer. And I've been struggling with the fact that currently, right now, with my hand the way that it is, writing by hand is just not feasible for me because it hurts to hold the pencil. So I am going to try and write just like clicky clacking away at my keyboard, and hopefully I will start seeing more progress more frequently in my project, but I am gonna allow myself to be a little sad that I can't continue to write the way that I have been enjoying the process to work for me by handwriting and then transposing. As for reading, I did pause the book that I was reading last week, even though I didn't finish it because I'm not loving it as much as I wanted to be loving it, and I'm gonna go for a thriller. Frida McFadden's The Boyfriend. I'm hoping that just it'll be a quick, fun read that will kind of reset the reading, if you will, so that I can pick up something else that I'm just as excited to read, but I'm not really feeling like I am emotionally capable of handling one of those other stories. I don't know what's going on with my camera, and that is also making me mad. Hey, it's been a few hours. I ate lunch, I picked up Max from school, now I'm home. And I'm reading some of The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. I'm 50 pages in. I'm enjoying it so far. It's a pretty easy, fast-paced thriller. Frida McFadden, standard. I don't think it's going to be anything groundbreaking, but I'm having fun reading it. Essentially, we have Sydney. She's our main girl. And she is single in Manhattan. She's having trouble dating, and she eventually meets this guy. She hasn't talked to him yet. She went on this date with this creep who tried to force himself on her after their date, and this guy, this mystery man, like saved her from this attack, and so she is determined to reconnect with him. She's just made the decision to try and find him. And then we have another point of view from Tom in the past, this 17-year-old teenager who's obsessed with this girl Daisy. But he has murderous thoughts and intentions, and I'm pretty sure it's being insinuated that he's already killed someone, and I have a feeling that Tom is going to be our mystery man, but we don't know yet. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to keep reading it. I'm probably going to stay in bed for most of the rest of the night because I am depressed. And I just don't have the energy to do anything else. And I got Dorito on my sweatshirt. Like, a piece of Dorito that I was eating fell on my sweatshirt, and the orange didn't brush off. So I am gonna have to clean my sweatshirt, and I'm upset about that. Because it's like it was a more expensive sweatshirt that I splurged on, and if it's destroyed from my Doritos, that will not I will not be happy about that. But anyway, I'm gonna keep reading this. I'm kind of hoping that I can just read it all in one day, and then I can have at least one more book to add to my the March books that I read. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. Charlotte should be home soon. Thank God. Bye.
Those nails are dull and it still hurts.
So, I have been reading more of The Boyfriend. I'm enjoying it. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. Exactly what I thought it was going to be. I'm on page 245, so I'm more than halfway through. I have suspicions. And I do think I know how the plot twist is gonna go. But I don't know. So I am very curious to see if my prediction is correct. If it is, that won't detract from my enjoyment of a thriller, because sometimes I like knowing that I was able to figure it out, even if it was obvious. But I'm having fun. That's really all I wanted from it, so. Happy Tuesday. Just a really quick check-in this morning to show you the before, because I'm about to walk in to a hair appointment with a new stylist. I'm hoping for a shag. We'll see how it goes. I'll come back and you'll see the after. So the before. Hey, and here's the after. I just got home. I'm literally obsessed with it. It's very shaggy, which is exactly what I wanted. There's a lot of texture pieces. It's so much lighter now. I'm obsessed with the little bangs. It's a little bang moment. I'm just like truly, I feel much more like me than my hair made me feel before. But I'm literally obsessed. I am home now. I have some laundry that I need to do today. And I also want to write and edit a vlog and read. I did start a new book on Kindle Unlimited. I'm on page 40, chapter 3, in Here With Me by Brooke Montgomery. It's set in Tennessee at this ranch. And we have our main girl, Noah. She's the youngest of 5 siblings and the only girl. She is a horse trainer. She's younger though. She's like 20. So a lot of people in the industry aren't taking her seriously because she has a family name that's well known in the area, and because she's also young and because she's a woman, so she's not being taken very seriously, but she's very good at what she does. And then we have Fisher. He is an older man who has gone through some trauma. And I think he's essentially having to start over after his whole life falls apart, essentially. But we don't know exactly where he's at. In the prologue, we do find out that his daughter dies and he carries a lot of the blame for that. So and he's dealing with a lot of suicidal thoughts, ideations, and so if that's something that you don't necessarily like, there is content warnings at the beginning, and it does say to just skip to chapter 1. It says that the stuff in the prologue is not necessary. It's talked about, like, it's referenced later on in the story, but I don't think it gets talked about in more detail after the prologue. So keep that in mind if you're gonna read it. But so far I'm enjoying it. Our main girl is very outspoken, very adventurous, not afraid to try new things. So I am enjoying that about her, but I'm only 40 pages in, so I don't know a whole heck of a lot about her yet, and I don't really know much about Fisher outside of the fact that he is going through this very traumatic thing at the beginning of the book. I'm not exactly sure how much time has passed between chapter 1 and then the prologue, so I'm sure I will figure that out. I do think they're about to hook up, like in this 3rd chapter, so if you don't like a romance where they hook up very quickly, this might also not be the romance for you, but so far I'm enjoying it. 40 pages in. I'm gonna do some laundry and then I'll probably check in later. I also have to feed the cats. Okay, bye. It's been a few hours, but I did do some laundry. Then Max and I watched Moulin Rouge. He thought that he wasn't gonna like it, but he did in fact like it, so I remain correct about everything. And then Charlotte is home now, but both of us have to work opening shifts tomorrow, so we are getting ready for bed. I do have my Kindle. I'm gonna read a little bit more of Here With Me by Brooke Montgomery and just see how far we can get in. And I'll probably talk to you tomorrow after work. Hey, it's me. It's Wednesday. It's like 10:30 and I'm just checking in because I worked all day. And then we went to the Boston Fleet game, and then now I'm home and I'm wearing my new Boston Fleet sweatshirt. We did not win tonight. It was 4-0. But the refs were really bad tonight, and we made it up on the Jumbotron because I was booing the ref. I still think it was me that was put on the Jumbotron, but you could see Charlotte and Max on the Jumbotron as well, but I was the one booing really loud, and so I think I was like the main focus of the Jumbotron. But don't say that because she's listening and she'll say differently. Also, I have had 2 ciders and I don't usually drink, so I am tipsy and I do already have a bit of a headache, so I should probably take some ibuprofen now. I don't know, I've continued to whisper. Hello, Midnight. Have you come to say hello? Hello. I did read more of the book that I'm reading. Can't remember the name of it. By Brooke Montgomery. What? No, I'm reading a different book. It's a cowboy romance. The guy is a farrier, and he's also her ex-boyfriend's dad. So, very forbidden. But she didn't know that when she hooked up with him the first time. Say hi, Midnight. Oh, she's such a pretty girl. Look at her. Those are very loud cars, Midnight. Very loud cars. This is the worst game I've ever played in my whole entire life. I have been trying to get this stupid macaron labubu for an hour, and I keep thinking I get one, and I don't. This is traumatizing. It's Saturday night. It's like 10:30, and I meant to check in earlier and yesterday, but I didn't, and I apologize. I worked all day today, and I was feeling sad and depressed when I got home. We ate dinner, and then Max has been doing his own thing. I've been laying in my room with the light off. You know, normal sad things to do. But the light is turned on now, and I'm gonna do my best to like enjoy the rest of the night. I am on page 186 of Here With Me. I keep forgetting the name of this book. 45% of the way through. I'm not loving this, but I'm not hating it. I'm having a relatively good time. It is falling into this trap where our main male character really just saw our main female character and decided that he wanted to have sex with her. And that's really the only thing that they have going for each other at this moment in time. This physical connection that they both feel to each other. And while that's all fun and good and dandy, that's not really like the best, like that's not love, that's lust. And he's like already talking about how like getting the chance to love her would be like worth any kind of risk. But it's like, you guys are not like, it's so weird. It's so weird to me. I'm like, you don't even know anything about this girl. Like, how do you know that having the chance to love her would be like worth the risk. All you know is that you liked the sex that you guys had that one time, and now there's a whole bunch of things keeping them apart. The fact that her ex-boyfriend is his son that he neglected and abandoned, and then the fact that he works at her parents' ranch and they have a strict no fraternization rule. So like there's so many reasons why they can't be together. Like, also just the idea that this man was like, I'm gonna move home, and I'm gonna move home specifically to repair my relationship with my son, and then he goes and sleeps with someone who's younger than his son. And like, that's before he even knew that the person he was sleeping with was his son's ex-girlfriend. Like, it seems to me like sleeping with a woman who's younger than your son is not the best way to try and repair your relationship with your estranged son, and B, knowingly pursuing your son's ex-girlfriend is also not going to work out the way that you thought it would. I am intrigued. I am intrigued to see where it's going. I'm going to keep reading it, but just those are my thoughts right now. I also did bring my laptop into bed with me. My goal was to try and write a chapter, but my hand is really hurting. I am going to try, or we're going to see. I'm staying away from the Labubu website. Oh, that's the other thing. Yesterday, I got home. I said I wasn't going to try again on the Labubus because the night before that, it was a nightmare. I kept being like, why do people do this? As I kept trying to do it. I'm staying away. I'm not doing it tonight. And then yesterday I was like, you can try, but you have to spend an equal amount of time writing. So I did try for quite a long time at the Labubus. I didn't get any. And then I did get some writing done yesterday. So that was productive at least. But I'm staying away from it today. I'm not going to try again. Although now that I've said that I won't do it again today, I would have gotten a Labubu today. You know, that's just how it works. Hey, it's Editing Hannah here, coming in to do a real quick reading wrap up for the week. I finished The Boyfriend. Do I have it over here? I do. I finished The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden, and I really enjoyed this. This was a solid thriller for me. I gave it like a 3.5-star rating. It wasn't anything like to write home about, and it wasn't anything groundbreaking in the thriller genre. But Frida McFadden knows what she's doing. She writes a good, fun story. It keeps the pages turning, and the twists always get me. I always think I know what's going on, and then it turns out that I don't know what's going on. I do wish the ending had been a little bit different, but I can't really talk about that because that would be a spoiler. But if you're looking for a fun thriller to read, especially since summer's coming up, highly recommend. I did really enjoy it. It gave me everything that I was looking for, so that's all that really matters. And then the other book that I read this week, I started Here With Me by Brooke Montgomery. It was interesting. I'll give it that. I didn't finish it in this vlog, so I'm not going to give a full rating on it because I do talk about it more in the next vlog. But just know that while it was a cowboy romance, which I have been loving, and it was an age gap, which I also love, I didn't really love it. It took some weird turns towards the end, but what I read in this vlog, I was at least enjoying enough to want to keep reading it. I still, as of today's date, do not have a exciting macro on Labubu. I keep trying and I keep failing. So with that being said, that is the end of the vlog, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you again in the next one.
Bye.